I'm just recording this as a test video. Just a thought. Been sitting here waiting on my friend. We're supposed to go running here in a bit, and gonna enjoy this coffee. This coffee's for closers. I don't know. Recently, I've had like an urge to film a little bit more. I've been looking into buying like a point and shoot. Well, not a point and shoot. Small micro 4/3 camera, tiny drone. Maybe it's just like a urge for consumerism because I haven't spent a lot of money recently. But I don't know. Or maybe it's just a urge to express myself artistically. I'm filming this on an old Pocket. I think it's a DJI Pocket 2, I believe. Bought this year or so ago, more or less, and never really used it. I think I took like a few photos of it, put it in a drawer, and just forgot about it. But I don't know. Like, I just want to create content, not for any particular reason. Just, I guess the reason would be a need to express. Like in my younger years, I spent a lot of time making music, rapping, trying to sing. Like I played, bass and guitar, so I was messing with that, making beats with Reason. Never really got free loops down, but Reason was more my thing. Drew a lot. I actually did take a lot of photos coming up as well, and actually started, getting paid a little bit for it. Not a lot, but I would shoot like parties, nightclubs, some people graduating, things like that. Just photography, just messing around with it in my college years. Um, and then after that, I want to say probably photography was really like my last real. Well, no, I don't want to say that would be my last artistic run. I did play in a couple of bands. I played in a reggae band, so I did that. But after that, I had my son and my daughter, and yeah, just haven't really done a lot of creative stuff. I guess I'm more so express myself with watercoloring here and there, or just like mountain biking. I know that's not art, but it feels like it. Get you in the flow state. But lately, I've been having the urge to just record stuff. Like I said, I don't know where that's coming from. It's weird. But this video is just to test out the quality of this camera and the mic, what it sounds like. So if I want to record something later down the line, I can kind of have an idea. I think my neighbor's going mad upstairs. It's freaking stomping around. I don't know if it's picking up on the mic or not. But what do I want to talk about? Let's talk about the need to consume, or whatever, the want or the desire. In Buddhism, they say the root of all suffering stems from desire. I've heard people say expectation. It's kind of the same thing, kind of, but it can be looked at differently. But I don't know. Like a couple years ago, I started to make a lot of money in real estate, and I started spending a lot of money too. Like I bought a Corvette, spent money on bikes and stuff I didn't need. Ironically, someone actually broke into my storage and stole all my bikes. So now I only got one bike. But yeah, I don't know. I just started spending money recklessly. I almost bought an RV. Hey, what the heck? What do I need an RV for? I don't know. But and then this last year, 2024, was kind of hard. I really didn't make that much money in real estate. Really been living off savings. Done a couple of transactions here and there. Got into the land sector. Done a few of those deals to hold me up. But 2024 was a hard year for me, to be honest with you. Like my mom, she had a stroke. She like a pretty bad one. She was in the hospital for quite a bit, and I stayed with her there. And just my mind, I just wasn't in it. I just really wasn't really feeling 2024. Like not even the year, just life. I was just confused of like what I wanted. I was getting burnt out on real estate even prior to all that. I would say 2023, I was kind of getting burnt out on just residential realtor real estate, like listing appointments, and I still take listings. I have a few right now. Got another one coming up, but just trying to calling expired and for sell by owner listings is just like, oh my god. And then going to the appointments, and I really never got with trying to get a lot of buyers. I've have sold buyers homes numerous times, but just showing property, and you show somebody a lot of houses they don't buy, which is fine. I think buying real estate's a big decision, so I don't want to pressure anybody to do that. But just me, like, it's was burning me out driving all the way from Dallas to Fort Worth or wherever I'm showing clients, Frisco, Plano. Like, it's just like, goodness gracious. And the pay is good. But long story short, 2024, I was running real low on money and still in the process of building back. And it's funny because towards the end of the year, like into October, I saw a Graham Stephan YouTube video with a dude. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was talking about make $1,000 a day window cleaning. And it's funny because I had a couple of listings at that point, one of which I still have now, and they just weren't moving. Like, I probably priced a little too high, I'm not gonna lie, but they just weren't moving, weren't getting traction and things like that. My money was kind of running through its wits end. And one of my buddies, he's not in real estate, but he was kind of running out of money too. So I told him about this video. I seen the video on a Friday. I was like, yo, bro, let's look into this. And we ended up buying a whole bunch of window cleaning equipment. Not a bunch. That's just squeegees, like mops, buckets, just the stuff to get started. I think I spent like, several $100s on all that, like belts and accessories and steel wool and all that crap. But saw the video on Friday, bought it on Monday. This was like the very end of October. And what's funny was when we were buying all that stuff, we actually met another window cleaner in the store, and he took us out to show us how to clean windows. So we did that and didn't really learn how to clean windows. And the shop owner, Paul, he actually ended up giving my contact later that week to a guy named David who owns a window cleaning company that was backed up, and he needed people to help him. So he took us under his wing from, let's say, November to end of December, teaching us how to clean windows. And we were doing our own jobs too on the side when we could, but we were working with him Monday through Friday, like all day. I mean, we'd make like 150, 200 bucks a day a piece, so it wasn't really a lot of money, but we were learning and getting our, I guess getting our reps in, you can say. But by doing that, that really kind of taught me how he's running his business and what he's doing. And then come January, we hit it hard, and I started using some of the things I did in real estate to get window cleaning clients. And in January, so today is, it's like February something, 15th, Valentine's Day was yesterday. So come January, like, we did, I think, over $8,000 in revenue just in January, and February's been going pretty good as well. And, closed a real estate transaction too, so the money's starting to build back up. But, I don't know how I got onto this topic from consumerism, but we'll go with it. So anyway, it's just, I've just got into that. I'll bring it back to the consumerism. I know I'm all over the place. But now as I'm making more money, not a lot of money by any means, I'm still stacking. Those urges to just spend is coming back. And I was sitting down yesterday, or laying down actually yesterday, just thinking like, oh, what kind of car? Because I'm a big car guy. Like, I want to upgrade my car. I drive a Toyota, and I want to get a main daily. The Corvette's just my fun, like, weekend car or whatever. Like, I need to upgrade that. I want to get a van for the window cleaning company, and the van is necessary. Like, I do want to get that just so I don't have to keep taking everything in and out of my Toyota, but looking to trade the Toyota in for something else. I was like, maybe a Ford Bronco or this and this. And it's got me thinking, like why do we want the stuff that we want? Like when my mom was in the hospital, I was thinking about that too. Like, that's really all. I just wanted her to get better. You know what I mean? And like family, relationships, whether it's like friends and like girlfriends and stuff like that, like, just, and kids, I got 2 kids, son and a daughter. Like, I feel like that's really all that we need. And coming from my point of view, like, having 2 kids, because I know, like, coming up in high school and in college, I was like, I just want to have a son and a daughter. I want my son to be older than my daughter. That was really all I wanted. And I got that. And now I just feel like I'm just blindly wanting other stuff for the sake of wanting. And I see that in my son, and it pisses me off, but he was over, and he just wants a gaming computer. He's 12, doesn't even do stuff on the computer. I'm like, what games are you gonna play? His first initial response was like, I don't know. But I asked him again. He was like, oh, I'm gonna play Call of Duty, this and this, and Fortnite. I'm like, you already have those games on your PlayStation, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, then why you want to play on a computer? He's like, I don't know. I just feel like he's wanting to want stuff, and sometimes, well, you hear that saying like you get frustrated in other people, what frustrates you about yourself, and I think that's what frustrates me about myself is like sometimes I just want to want. And back on with my mom and stuff, it's like really when you have family and connection and community and stuff, like why do you need the nice car? Like I'm in my 30s, like who am I trying to impress? Like okay, let's say the ladies, like who cares? Like, who cares? They're expensive. Like, I don't want to take them out. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of over that stuff too. Like, I have a couple girls that are just friends that we hang out and do stuff. That's what I'm actually waiting on when we're gonna go running. But like, I don't really want the relationship. I've went through the whole marriage and divorce thing, and what's the point? I'm not trying to get married again. I don't want any more kids. I don't want to just be spending money to be shelling out money. Like, it's like, and it's not even like, oh, because you don't have it. It's like, yeah, I know I'm in the process of building, but why? Like, female companionship is fun, but it's also stressful. I've noticed, like, on my last relationship, maybe a little more than a year ago, maybe 2 years ago at this point, like, the highs were high, but the lows were low. Like, when I'm solo, I noticed that, things are a little bit more even keel. It's not a lot of ups and downs per se emotionally, and I think the emotions when in a relationship stem from her, like, obviously you're it's my own emotions, so I'm not blaming it on her, but it came from me trying to make sure she was satisfied, so I'm in a rift trying to deal with that versus just being dolo, but this video has no cohesion, which is fine. I'm just ranting anyway, but yeah, I feel like with the whole buying stuff or trying to look flashy or the cars and stuff, like, and I'll be honest, like, or in the early, let's say 2000, like in my high school years, yeah, like I had a nice car in high school, and in college I had a nice car too, so it was like, it was easy, the bar was low, a nice car was a basic Mustang, you were the man. Now you got dudes out here in like the C8 Corvettes and Lambos and stuff, and it's like, well, what's the point of even trying to compete with anything? Like, is there even a competition? No, the only competition is really just in your head, and my thing is like 100% of my problems are just problems in general stem from your brain, and that's getting fed by your senses, which is like, are you scrolling social media a lot? Are you, subconsciously comparing yourself to what you see online, or your friends, or people that you just know loosely, or people in your field? Like, oh, such and such real estate agent's driving a 911. You're in a Toyota. Like, who cares? Like, if I wasn't able to think, I wouldn't even been able to think about that problem. So I just realized, like, a lot of the problems and desires that we want are just stemming from our brain and our thoughts. And then, they say that you're not your thoughts, you're just the observer. So once you really can detach from that, I feel like things get a little bit more clear momentarily. And then you get real, involved in it again. You start getting back in your thoughts and you just forget, like, hey, these things aren't really a big deal. When the money's low, or when it's not, or when you got things, or when you don't, or you got a lot of relationships, or you don't. At the end of the day, you still got yourself, and what do you need? Like, I actually look forward to waking up, drinking a cup of coffee. It's kind of cold, but drinking a cup of coffee and, sometimes smoke a cigar out on the porch and just chill. Life's real low key. I like this window clean. I do window cleaning and gutters. I got a couple guys helping me out, and I enjoy that. It's low pressure. Still doing real estate, but more so getting out of the single family or residential side and more so dealing with land. So it's a little bit more simpler. It can be a little harder to interpret, but it's simpler to understand. I don't have to be driving everywhere. I still got houses. I'm listing a duplex next week, but it's for a client I do a lot of work with. But yeah, I just feel like keeping life simple. And you watch stuff online, or me, I want to say you, I'm talking about me. I watch stuff online, you see people like, oh, you need to grind 29 hours a day, and for what? Like, for what? You can build up all this bread and the currency, and then shoot, things happen and that currency's not even valuable. or get all this stuff and stuff burns down, your insurance cancels, you don't even have it. So you're putting all this value. It's a Bible verse. I don't know it word for word, but it was talking about you don't want to store up your treasures where moth and rust can destroy, but put them up in heaven and things like that. And I might have a different viewpoint of what heaven is compared to a lot of people, but what that really means to me is like all this stuff outside of you is really not really worth it, because you can lose it all, get it back, and it's not about having it per se. I don't know, it's weird. Obviously, you want to have a roof over your head and food and be able to eat and shelter, security, all that, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But once you got your necessities met, like all this extra stuff is just extra. And I feel like we stress ourselves out over it just cause, and it's just, it doesn't make sense. Like stress, linking it back to my mom's stroke, like I believe a lot of that was caused by stress, because she was just stressed about what's going on, like financially with them and my dad and everything like that. And I just think, take it easy. Like I live in a studio apartment. I'm downtown, near downtown Dallas. It's pretty low key. It's not too pricey. Like, one real estate deal takes care of several months of my expenses. And yeah, I just kind of want to just keep things simple. Like, I feel like as things start pouring back in, because I do see the bank account building back up. Like sometimes you get an urge, like even some of my real estate friends or my lender, she's like, when are you going to buy a house? When are you going to buy a house? I'm like, I don't really want a house. I'll just sell houses, but I don't really want one. And I know people are like, oh, you need a house if you're in real estate. I think that's BS. Like, that's crap. You don't. I've seen a lot of people buy these houses and pour money into the repairs and upgrades and updates. So that's my phone ringing. I think my friend's here. Well, I'll cut it there.